Happy Sunday, everybody. It's a beautiful day. I just went to a beautiful labyrinth service outside and really connected back to just the love inside of my heart for all. And I'm going to be, like we talked about, the essence of love. So, what I want to talk today about is what's going on. Why is it that sometimes vegans can't hear? Non vegans can't hear vegans, right? Vegans are trying to talk and explain about veganism, and non vegans just can't hear it. Well, I'm going to use Louie as an example, right? Louie is my little dog, and I just got him about a month ago. And so I'm going to be training Louie. But am I going to be talking to Louie like a human? Well, here's some books, Louie, you can read on how to make sure you understand what go outside is and what go to the bathroom is, and start reading these books and watching these videos, and then you're going to get it. Or am I going to realize that Louie is a little dog and he doesn't speak English, that I'm a human, and then I'm not going to relate to him and treat him like a human, but I'm going to treat him like a little dog, that I've got to get on the same wavelength as him. I've got to communicate to Louie on his level, not my level, right? I've got to see, how can I speak so he understands? How can I communicate to Louie so he gets it, right? And that's when I've got to step out of who I am and understand how to speak to a little dog so I can create a loving space of growth and understanding. So, in the same way as we're speaking to non vegans, creating a loving space, like we were in kindergarten, remember? The teacher was very calm and patient. She understood we were there to grow and learn. She wasn't screaming at us. And if she was, we probably weren't learning. She was very gentle and kind, and she knew what kind of headspace we were in, what mindset we were in. We were 5 year olds, 6 year olds, maybe. And the mindset was, of an early process. And that's what we can relate to a lot of people. We can think what process are they on and listening to plant-based eating. Are they wanting to hear it or not, right? Where are they in their journey? Because if we think back to our own journey, for years and years, I wasn't ready. Wasn't ready. I heard about it. I thought, that's not for me. I heard about it years later. That's not for me, but I was developing myself along the path. So when one day someone said, hey, I want you to watch this video, I was ready then. All the other times I wasn't ready. So people get so mad when I say, this is a process and it's a journey, and we've got to allow people for the process. And I know we don't want to allow them sometimes. We want them to change, and we want to force and scream and kick and say, you got to change now. There's so much suffering going on. Yes, but the more kicking, the more screaming, the more forcing, the more counterproductive it is. Just like if I was trying to train Louie and I didn't accept the fact that he was a little dog and I started screaming at him, don't you understand the word outside? And he's looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm not relating to him. I'm not speaking his language. I'm not showing him enough respect to speak his language, and I'm not caring enough to do that. So it's so important that when we're speaking to other people, that we listen to them, that we relate to them on their level, that we can give examples. If someone says, oh my gosh, I can't imagine not eating meat. Well, I can say, I used to be there, instead of saying, well, oh my gosh, you idiot, right? What do you mean? Of course you can not eat meat. Look, I'm doing it. So instead of being judgmental, a good peaceful thing to say would be, I was like that too. I fought against it too. And so I understand where you're coming from. And I never thought, and it's true, I never thought I would be a vegan. I can easily and honestly say that and vulnerably say that I used to think my friend was crazy. And I used to say, please don't do that. Please go back to eating meat because you're going to be sick and you're going to die. So, empathizing with the other person, right? And knowing who you're speaking to is crucial. Connecting. Like, I've got to connect with this little guy, and he's going to let me know if I'm not connecting with him. He's not going to do what I want. If I'm wanting us to be in a safe place for his own benefit, I've got to do it. So I'm trying to do that for him. So listening to him and watching his body language is very important. And that's what we can do with other people too. Watch their body language. Are they tensing up, right? We don't want to come head on and attack them. If we see someone, if we are doing activism, it's scary. I remember when I was at the mall and people would approach me with their little clipboards, and I thought, oh, here they come with their surveys. And I would just turn and run the other way. So just being open to people coming to you if you're doing activism, letting them, be in that safe space of comfort, and watch their body language. Watch how they're responding to you. Are they tensing up? Or are you feeling like, you're not getting anywhere? And that's the time to let go and know that they're not ready on their journey. Just like I wasn't ready on the journey 30 years ago, right? I wasn't ready on the journey 25 years ago. And the more people pushed, the more I said, "Uh, it's not happening." We can be counterproductive, and it's very sad to say, but many, many of us are doing exactly the opposite of what we want to do. The more we push, the more we judge, the more that we're not being relatable to other people, the more that we're not trying to understand them. It's causing the opposite effect. When people want to understand you, and when they feel like you want to understand them and get to know them, then they're going to open up, and it's going to be a safe space. And that safe space is where we can present new ideas through love, through compassion, not through bullying or shaming or making people feel bad or saying, oh my gosh, you can do it. I did it. It should be so easy, because every person is an individual, and I celebrate that. That's why I can get along with people that are not vegan, because I know, how hypocritical would that be of myself to judge others? No one is perfect, right? It's easy to say that people that say they love animals are hypocrites. We're all hypocrites. Let me just tell you, we're all hypocrites. So throwing judgment on those people is it's not kind, and it's not what I do. I don't advocate for that for anyone. I'm an advocate for kindness, because it's through kindness that people will have open hearts and open minds and really want to think about maybe shifting their beliefs, little by little by little. Some people will say, okay, I got it. And I celebrate those. But to celebrate the ones who are also on the journey, and not to sabotage that journey, right? Like my teacher used to say, you can, if you have a broken leg, you can't hurry up the healing, but you can make it worse. You can set back the healing. And that's what being so pushy and so demanding and so judgmental, so shaming, that's what it's doing. It's stopping the healing process. It's stopping people from changing. So beautiful people, reach from your hearts with that communication from love to your heart, and use these beautiful ears to listen and see where they're at on their process. And just give thanks for them being alive, and really thankful for this day that we're alive and that you are doing so much to impact the world, beautiful people. So, I'm here if anybody wants to chat more. If you want to cuss me out, if you want to say you're crazy, what are you talking about? And what I'm talking about is science-based. This isn't just some la junk that I've made up out of my mind. But anyway, so reach out to me and I can go into further detail about this and why it works. All right, beautiful people, I hope you have a blessed Sunday. I am off soon I'm going to change clothes and lead the animal ministry at my church. And I'm going to be talking about animals, all animals, not just pets, if you want to call it per se, but every animal on this planet, and how beautiful they are, and how we can come together in the moment to honor them, the animals that have given lives for our clothes, for our food, for everything that we're using, right? And to stop and be aware that they have given their life for this, and that they should be honored, right? And to bring just a little tiny seed, to plant a seed in those people's minds of how much animals do for this planet, right? So that's what I'm off to do. And I'm excited. It's going to beautiful day outside for the Praying Paws Animal Ministry. I love you guys. Reach out to me. And if you're watching, thanks for watching. Share this with someone. It's on YouTube because I want to get the word out. All right, y'all. Have a blessed afternoon.